We're focusing on the EPA 608 exam, specifically Type 1 certification, which deals with small appliances and the critical 5-pound limit. The official EPA definition for a Type 1 small appliance is a unit that is manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed in a factory with 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. This includes common household items like refrigerators, freezers, window air conditioners, and dehumidifiers. The exam will test you on this exact definition, so you must remember all three parts: manufactured, factory charged, and hermetically sealed. If a question describes a system that was charged in the field, it is not a Type 1 appliance, even if it holds less than 5 pounds of refrigerant. A hermetically sealed system means the compressor and motor are welded into a single casing, which is why these units typically lack service ports and require piercing valves for service. A common exam trap is to confuse Type 1 appliances with motor vehicle air conditioners, or MVACs. MVACs are covered under a completely different rule, Section 609, and require a separate certification regardless of their refrigerant charge. The 5-pound rule is absolute. An appliance with exactly 5 pounds of refrigerant is Type 1, but a unit with 5.1 pounds falls into the Type 2 category. When it comes to refrigerant recovery, the rules are very specific and frequently appear on the exam. For small appliances, you can use system-dependent or passive recovery methods. The required level of recovery depends on the compressor's condition. If the compressor is operational, you must recover 90% of the refrigerant in the system. If the compressor is inoperative, you are required to recover 80% of the refrigerant. An exam question might describe a window AC unit with a burned-out compressor and ask for the recovery percentage. The answer is 80%. Remember this simple phrase to keep the core concept straight. 5 pounds, factory sealed, that's the Type 1 deal. This helps reinforce the two most tested parts of the definition. Lastly, a unique feature of the Type 1 certification is that its exam is the only portion of the EPA 608 that can be taken as an open book test. However, the passing score for the open book version is higher, typically 84%, compared to 72% for proctored exams, and you cannot afford to waste time looking up every answer. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.